Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch on this 12.27.2023. Current time is 0555. Remembering my fallen firefighters, and as far as what that number 555, it has some meaning. 555. And good morning, Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch, getting the day started with the morning coffee. Here we go. There it is. I usually do this during the intro, but there's so much stuff to turn on for this broadcast now. Well, we do have the morning coffee, which is tasting pretty good. There's our snapshot at 3:45. 3:45, our video pic. And my tablet is acting up over here. I don't know what's going on with it here. Let's see. Get rid of that. We want that. And but we're getting our day started here, and I hope everybody is doing very good as far as that goes. We haven't broadcast since, well, we did a little broadcasting Saturday, but that was just some music thing there for Mixcloud, an old Mixcloud, a previous Mixcloud show. But we haven't done a coffee broadcast since last Friday, so sort of out of it. I mean, it was Christmas, okay, Monday, and Saturday. Didn't really feel like I just came up here and was that Twitter Live. I did a Twitter Live with Restream doing some music. I think I'm going to do that every Saturday. I like that, showing just broadcasting no dialogue, no talking or anything. Just you see my face, but I'm presenting a previous broadcast from Mixcloud, which I did yesterday actually. I almost thought I was supposed to do a podcast until I realized, wait a minute, I'm looking at the calendar and I got it marked. So we're on the last week of this month, this year actually, and start a new year coming Sunday. Let's see, how's the broadcast going? Okay, we're doing good. 60 frames per second, 33:42. We're up on the big screen, looking nice. We got an ad break in about 5 minutes, and then Sunday. What did I do Sunday? I didn't do nothing. I just took the day off, and then Monday was Christmas. Yesterday, nobody did anything during the day. It just felt. I don't want to say, it just felt weird, I guess, having Christmas on a Monday, and then that felt more like a Sunday, an extension to Sunday. And then yesterday, it was, I had a good morning though. Me and the missus went out for a walk. It was really nice out. It looks like it's going to be nice this morning, though we're going to get some pending rain, I believe. And let me set this up here. I got to brighten this up a little bit. There we go. And I ended up making a big trip to Walmart, as far as that goes. And my big ticket, I was going to go online, but I got myself I got a new phone. Santa did bring the new phone, and I got a case for it yesterday, a really nice case from ONN. They make a good price. I like ONN. They're reasonable priced, and it's a solid case. It cost me a couple dollars more, but when you factor in a shipping and shipping price, I think I got a good buy on it. It's what I wanted, and I was surprised they had that. If I would have ordered it, I think I would have. I didn't realize there's several. This is a Samsung. What kind of phone is this? This is a Samsung A23. Let's see, because I saw how he did this as far as bring this into the. Tell me what phone I have. I have to go to settings and about phone. Yeah, it's a Samsung Galaxy A23 5G, but there's a Galaxy A23 Plus, and then there's the Galaxy A23 Ultra, which is like I just got the this is a track phone, and I'm still using the LG Stylo 5. It's going to be a Wi-Fi only device now. But I did this very easy transfer over. I'm real happy with this new phone. Matter of fact, there's um, we got ourselves on the Twitch here on this phone. So that's pretty neat as far as I like that. And let's see. So that's pretty neat as far as that goes. It's a really nice phone. I could have used the LG Stylo 5 Android track phone for another couple years, but I know I just something told me this is Android 13, I believe, on the operating system. I'm not sure what the other one. I think that's Android 9 or 10. So this is a couple more um, versions above that. So I'm liking that as far as that goes. So we're all set. You know, I've been an Android. Full disclosure, have nothing to do with track phone, but I've been a track phone user for more than 25 plus years. Probably about 25 to 26 years, and I love it. It's a good phone. I pay on an average $9-10 a month for my phone usage. I'm not. I know the prices come down to 30 for unlimited, but for me, when I go into the unlimited mode, I flip the. I'm here in the house, and I flip the Wi-Fi. I like them. I like the Wi-Fi capability. And this one has tethering too, like the LG does. So if the power goes out, I'm still capable of hooking up like my Surface 3 if I want to the to the to the phone, as far as that goes, and such. So. But we are getting our day started. I was on last night with, I was getting ready. I sat down and watched, and I don't watch NBC. I said that to the two people I'm going to be talking about here in a minute. But the missus, she said something earlier in the day about this new show called Extended Family on NBC. And it was not a bad show. It was the pilot, and next week is it's on a Tuesday at 8:30. On NBC. It'll probably be the only show I watch on NBC. Hey, Tim Fan, yo, good morning. Tim Fan coming in from Michigan. Good to have you here. So I ended up watching it. I guess we watched the tail end of the new Night Court. That looks interesting. I used to watch Night Court, and but this show, Extended Family, I can't think of the actors that are in it, but you know who, when you see them, you know who they are. I think it's a good mix. And I like Bull. Bull. They got an older lady that filled her. I just caught the tail end. I think it's when the one guy that was the defense attorney, he becomes a judge or something like that. But the show Extended Family, I think, is going to be a good one. I like I said, I'm not too, Dan. Dan becomes a judge, but I'm talking about Extended Family. That's the show that was right after that last night, Tim. I like that show. I think I could watch it. I could tolerate, because, it's either Disney Plus or Disney with Disney Plus or NBC that gets me all riled up and stuff like that. But I'll be watching this show. I think it's a good show, and we had fun watching that last night. The missus enjoyed it, and then I'm laying out, and I thought I was watching Hellboy 1, but it was obvious it was Hellboy 2 because his girlfriend had passed away or something like that. But on the TV guide listing, it said Hellboy. So I started just sitting down, actually laying down on the couch. So you know what that happens. I'm out like a light in a couple minutes, and the missus even said that. And I hear some ding ding on the phones out here. I was in the living room, but here at the computer desk. And sure enough, we had our good friend Tony D on last night with Belt King Fantasy Football. And you could see the replay on X/Twitter handle timeline, and also on there was our very good friend Ted Hicks, and then Tony ended up sending me an invitation and to talk about football, and I said, oh, okay, what the heck, that seemed more interesting than watching TV and stuff, because I already watched 30 minutes of TV. I don't really watch that much TV. I sort of I look a little bit, and then I don't look at it anymore and stuff. It's just unless it's a history show. I like the history shows. So we had we had a broadcast last night talking about football, and it was good seeing both Tony and Ted, and which they expressed they had really good Christmas. Everybody should have a good Christmas. Everybody should have a Merry Christmas, and now we're in the holiday season in between going into New Year's. And I always find, and actually, Christmas is here's something interesting, and I said it Christmas Day, I believe. It's the first time that I've had the last two Christmases off when I was working at the day job. But just because it was on the weekend, it was a Saturday, Sunday, and that was my schedule, was Monday through Friday. But for a number of years there, I would always have to work Christmas. But I've never had 3 Christmases off in a row. So this past Monday was my 3rd Christmas in a row. And the last time I had 3 Christmases off in a row, I was still in high school. So that goes to show you, as far as when I was in the service, if you were off one year, you always worked the next year. Sometimes I would always volunteer to work. So back when I was single, so a guy with a family would be able to go home and spend Christmas morning with his young kids and stuff like that. So so I found that interesting, but this week is sort of weird because we're finishing the year, and some people have to work, some people don't have to work, and of course I don't have to work. It's the first time, my first Christmas as an official retiree, and it was nice. It was with family. We didn't have all the family together like we normally do, but we're going to be doing that this weekend. Sometimes other family has. I think that's Tim. Tim, did you just send me a... Let's see. That's so I can check on my phone. Oh, liked by Mr. Positivity. Okay, that's cool. I like this new phone. I like the way it brings up Twitter, or brings up the alerts. Well, the old phone, LG, does it too. So, yeah, okay. And so that's what the last several days have been like, as far as with me, getting back into the swing of it. Just sort of relaxing, reflecting on the year, because it's it has been an interesting year as far as that goes. And I guess that's what I take this time between Christmas and New Year's. That's what I normally do. I do the reflection bit as far as that goes, and such. Let's see. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we have a warm 46 degrees Fahrenheit, and the missus is up. Good morning. Morning. It's 46 degrees out. Yeah. Yeah. It's just I'm not sure if it. Oh, okay. I got rain thing. It's still dark out. I don't really see or hear any rain, but it looks like it is a little foggy. But we got some rain in the area. 46 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to, what does it equate to? It equates to 7 degrees Celsius. We're 7 degrees Celsius on the Celsius side. And we got cloudy with periods of rain, high around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, chance of rain 100%, rainfall around 1/4 inch. So, sun will be rising this morning at 7:33, which is another hour and 25 minutes. Hour and 25 minutes at 7:23 a.m. here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and the sun will be setting at 4:41 p.m. Ooh, there was an increase there. It used to be at around 4:30. We already have since the equinox, the time is going forward. as far as the amount of daylight that when the sun goes down. So um, let's see. We do have a thought for the day. Our thought for the day comes from the Dalai Lama, which we've had before many a times. The Dalai Lama. He is the 14th Dalai Lama, known to the Tibetan people, and he is the highest spiritual leader and head of Tibet. He is considered a living Buddhism. Salute to you, Tony. Good morning. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. Salute. Hashtag salute. And hashtag good morning to the missus, Tony says. And Tony, she says good morning back to you. He's considered the living Buddha, specifically. Well, they got a lot of words in here. I don't want to. But he is the. But he lives in India. He's exiled. He does because the Chinese have. Oh, let me back up. Well, let's finish this and then we'll do the World Times and be back after the meeting. Okay, enjoy the meeting. Have a good meeting. Tony's at the day job. I skipped the World Times and temperature. Let's do the thought for the day because it's a good one. It's always a good one. But the Dalai Lama, he has. I could just see him smiling saying this. So our thought for the day, a quote from the Dalai Lama goes as follows: "The purpose of our lives is to be happy." Think about it. Be happy. Then everything else comes, in a good way. Okay. You say, "Oh, be positive, be this, be that." No, be happy. Start with being happy. I know it's hard. I know it's harder. It's easier said than done. Okay, and I've been there as far as like screw that. It's just like you dwell in your own sadness and stuff like that. It's good to be sad over things. Loss of family. As far as like loss of friends, but it's also better to be happy. This is just a reminder. Okay, these are just quotes, thoughts. Are they my mantra? Do I live by them? Nobody lives by everything. We're a unique being, a human being. We can think many things, many thoughts. I try and, it just boils down to good and bad. There's some in between. I'm not going to talk about that. To me, it's either good or bad. The in between can be discussed. In some cases, some other people, they debate it and stuff like that. I tend to look on the good side, okay? Because it just it works out a lot better. You have a peace of mind, and I'm at that stage in my life. I much rather have a peace of mind than being pissed off at the world every day over things, especially over Christmas. And there's some people that do carry that chip on their shoulder and continue to carry the chip. And they should just like go like this, enjoy. Don't worry about what other people think. And that's. And I was caught up in that back before I met the missus and stuff. So I think I've grown. Now, are there some things I don't like? Yeah, there's some things I don't like, but if you don't have control of it, why are you worrying about? Be happy, as far as that goes. So the Dalai Lama, he would be, he's right up there with, was it Abraham Lincoln, J.R.R. Tolkien, Mark Twain, and Dalai Lama. Those are, any one of those guys, I would, if I had an opportunity. Number one would always be Abraham Lincoln, as far as that goes, and other three, two great authors, and as far as that goes, and the Dalai Lama, God, just what the man stands for. You don't have to believe in what he believes in, but he just believes in goodness and being happy. He wants people to, and he doesn't care if you're freaking whatever you are or what your beliefs are and stuff like that. He just looks at it as, if you do, okay, you got something in common, but he's not gonna, I just take it, not even meeting a guy would realize that he's not gonna shun me because of, there's some people that do in different areas and stuff. I don't want to use the R word, religion, stuff like that, but there's our thought for the day, a quote from the Dalai Lama. The purpose of our lives, think about, what is our purpose? It's to be happy. Enjoy the time that we have on this big blue marble that we're visiting. As far as I like to say that because there's a song, "We're Only Visiting This Planet." It's back. It's a throwback song from the '70s, and we're just visiting this planet for a short time. So we got to make the best of it. But there's people that want to make it the worst of it. Well, okay, we try and meet those people head on and stuff like that. There's people that are in some unique positions that keep them at bay, and I salute them and thank them for their service. So the purpose of our lives is to be happy. So try and be happy. And sometimes it's hard, I know. It's just like, even those people, if you look at it, if they win the lottery for millions and billions of dollars nowadays, are they truly happy? Or did they just inherit a whole bunch of other headaches because of that? Yeah. So there he is. Thank you, Dalai Lama. Backing up for the world times and temperatures, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:16 a.m. Clear skies, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 4:16 a.m. currently. Clear skies, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois at 5:17 a.m. The Windy City, it's cloudy with some clear skies, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, as I like to call it, New York City, it's 6:17 a.m., also 6:17 a.m. here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Cloudy skies in the city, New York City at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, we have in Cork, Ireland at 11:17 a.m. Cloudy skies, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy at 12:17 p.m. It's cloudy skies, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Kuala Lumpur at 7:17 p.m. in the evening, it is clear skies, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan at 8:17, it is partly cloudy and partly clear, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the same temperature we have here. We got the same temperature as Japan, Tokyo, Japan. That's cool. In Melbourne, Australia at 10:18 p.m., 66 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies. And in Sydney, 10:18 p.m., clear skies in Sydney, and they're at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. And let's see, broadcast is doing good. Okay, we're good all the way around. Good. We did have a little bit of, just before coming on, the internet, I had to reset the router because the internet went out and stuff like that. Sometimes it does that. Yeah, the internet, I'm going to call it the internet burp. And let's see, be back after the meeting and enjoy the meeting, he says. Enjoy. Yeah, when you're at work, how can you enjoy a meeting? I like that. And Tony saying hi to Tim Fan, our resident contractor there. Okay, let's see. Let's see what our national day is, because we've been talking about Christmas. Tim Fan says, I bought my girlfriend an 8K 1.5 carat ring and asked her to marry me on that Christmas day. Congratulations. Now, 8 carat. I don't want to hear about money from you, guy. If you're spending, no, really, congratulations, Tim. That's good news. That's a happy time right there. That's great news and stuff. How long have you known this girl? If you don't mind me asking, have you dating her for a while? Been saving. Okay, that's important. That's important. 8 years. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, I knew the missus for we were dating for maybe just a little under a year before we got married. I think it was destined, and I had never looked back. And I hope I wish you the best, Tim. You and the soon-to-be new Mrs. Tim. And as far as that goes, that's great. Do you guys got a wedding date, or are you just going to go to the judge? That's what the missus and me did. We just had the town judge marry us. I was with ex-wife for 20 years and married for 15. Then she we don't have to. Don't put that aside. put that in a little box and stick it up on the shelf. You don't have to bring that up. It's a no date set. Okay, that's what you need to focus on, buddy. Focus in on that. Exactly. Don't think about that other thing. That's in your past. Okay. Matter of fact, you can take a glimpse back, but don't. That's in the background and stuff. I think you will like. You need to watch. You need to watch that show I was talking about on NBC on Tuesday nights. There, Extended Family. It's about two divorcees. They get along together, but it's a unique. The characters. I like the characters, and so check that out. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's see. Our okay. What the hell's going on with the? Okay, today's. Oh, this is a good one. There's only one. There's only one, folks. So, and I think this is a good one. This is for the 27th. Today is the 27th. I wonder what yesterday's was. What was yesterday's? I got tomorrow's. There's a couple for tomorrow. But today is National Fruitcake Day. I haven't had one of those in years. I'm going to ask for one next Christmas, I think. I want a fruitcake.
Probably get one half price.
What's that?
You can probably get one half price.
Oh, that's right. We could have got one half price when we went to... Do you think they had them at the Walmart yesterday?
Probably.
Okay, we went to the Walmart yesterday. That was one of the big things that... like I said, I got a case for my new phone. And we bought some other things. There's 50% on off everything. We're there at 9 o'clock, and I felt like I was in Black Friday. I go to the missus, like, is this Black Friday? Because there was more people that I could think of getting through, and there was people stacking up the 50% stuff. Oh my God. I saw this one lady, she must have had like close to $600 in her cart because it was overstuffed. And I'm like, wow. But that was interesting. It's always interesting going to the Walmart as far as that goes. I was going to buy this case, like I said, online, and I was glad because electronics, there was nobody there. The guy helped me because all the cases are in a lock case. So it was only $16. I would have paid, I think, $13 for the same case if I went Walmart online. And so we were going to go to Walmart anyway, so I checked, and I'm glad I asked this guy because I would have bought it for there's 3 versions of the A23. I've got the regular A23 5G. There's the A23 5G Plus, and then there's the Samsung A23 Ultra. And this case was the exact case I was looking at online. So the $3, that's what I would have paid for shipping and stuff like that. So today is National Fruitcake Day. I'm going to see if I can get a fruitcake this week on half price. I bet you there's one at the... Anyway, across the United States, fruitcake lovers, young and old, commemorate National Fruitcake Day each year on December 27th. Hashtag National Fruitcake Day. Made with chopped candy and dried fruit, nuts, and spices, and sometimes soaked in spirits. I like the spirits. Fruitcake has been a holiday gift-giving tradition for many years, and some fruitcakes have gone through those many years as being passed on year after year after year. So that dating back to ancient Rome, one of the earliest known recipes lists pomegranate seeds, pine nuts. If you don't like the person, then you put pine needles in, right? Raisin mix and barley mash. Records indicate that in the Middle Ages, makers added honey, spice, and preserved fruits. Recipes for fruit cake varied from country to country depending on the availability of ingredients and traditions. So there we have it. Today is National Fruitcake Day. It's fruitcake for the fruits, right? Let's see. Yesterday I did have a. Well, yesterday when I woke up, because just sort of a very relaxed weekend going into Christmas, and Christmas was sort of an extended, almost like it felt like an extended Sunday, and so when I woke up yesterday, I'm thinking, oh, I got to do the do um, yeah, thank you. Doing the audio podcast. And so I'm setting up here, and I don't have this mic. I use this mic. This is the microphone I use for the audio podcast. But I also use this microphone for the radio show on Mixcloud. But I'm setting this up, and I'm getting ready to plug in this. And I was deciding, do I want to use my new phone, or I can still use my LG. So this is the iRig. That when I do the podcast, I use this to utilize the phone and the Spotify for Podcasters app. And then I'm sitting here and I look over and I see on the calendar for the 26th I got Mixcloud, and I'm like, oh shoot, I got to do a radio show. So I scrambled to get eight very good songs on. I'm over there on Mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. It's the Tioga Radio Show. On the Rockin' Tuesday, called the Tuesday Thing That I Do. We're playing some great songs and tracks. Let's see, we had Godsmack, 3 Day Grace, Eminem. I have an Eminem track in there that I like. Smashing Pumpkins, Audio Slave, Metallica, Disturbed, and Gorillaz. I love Gorillaz. The Gorillaz is the Clint Eastwood song. They're an animated group, but the music that the people that are behind those characters are great. So I had 8 great songs on Mixcloud yesterday, and that's all. It was fun getting. Oh, I got to get it together, and actually it took me the same amount of time, as far as to do the broadcast, as well as posting it up. You know, the post production in it, because you have to load it up. You got to put down your titles of your tracks. And then I always post it up, and then I go back in there and I got to set the times for where the particular songs are at. So I've been using Mixcloud for years. I know Tony D uses it. Helen, our good friend Helen, she uses it on her radio programs. Matter of fact, I got an alert that Radio Leggy posted a new post track list last Thursday, the 21st of December 2023. It was her Christmas show, and you can check out Helen's link over there on X/Twitter on her X/Twitter page at Radio Leggy. Okay, I always enjoy giving her a good, gracious shout out for her. And she is a radio entity. She does a radio broadcast. That particular broadcast is on Mixcloud, but she's also over there on that platform, and I use. Let's see. She's over on 365radio.co, and I listen to it on my. What is that thing called? That's called the. I always forget the app. Radio Garden, that's what it is. Radio Garden, yeah. That's a good app. I got to put that app on my new phone. Oh, what happened there? I lost it. I lost my Twitch thing. Oh, start messing around with the dots here during the broadcast. Let's see. Get back to Twitch. Where's Twitch? There's Twitch. There's Twitch. Let's bring Twitch back up on. I got Twitch on both phones there. Let's see, we got that. My channel. Okay, there we go. So I don't really need it on this. I got it on there, so I'm going to take it off of here. Let's see. So this is the new phone. I've got everything. I got Twitter X, I got Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram. I should put Truth Social on there too. Twitch, Rumble, Spotify for Podcasters, and Facebook. I'm over on the Facebook at the real Fireman Rich. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the broadcast. So we'll set that right there. That looks good. And so check out Helen's broadcast over there on Mixcloud. But I've been on Mixcloud for a number of years. the particular mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. That's my second page. When you go to that page, off to the left, there's a column that shows additional links of where I'm at, and the very first one is my original 212 shows. So on this new page, I can only show 10 broadcasts because you got to have the paid version to go past that. I'm not on there enough, and I don't get I get maybe 1 or 2 listens on those broadcasts. I don't publicize it that much. The main thing about that page is I have a ball putting it together, and I have for a number of years. A good friend of mine from years past, Mr. Bill Elders, he's the one that turned me on to it many years back, and I've still been on it for a number of years. And let's see, Tony said he had, meeting over, had 14 people show up on his Mixcloud. A couple broadcasts blew my mind. Yeah, that's the thing, Tony. You're getting traction, and that's good. That's really good. As far as that goes, I think I might have been one of those 14 that I snuck in there to listen. I snuck in there to listen for a little bit and stuff like that. So I saw the blip. I got your alert that you're over there. So instead of watching it on Twitch, which you were on also, I think, I went over to the Mixcloud. As far as that goes, and I should have chimed in, but I was getting ready to do something, so I knew I could. If I can't stay, that's when I just sit in the back, the back, what they call it, the cheap seats or something like that. So, but I don't see it unless I pull it up on Mixcloud specifically. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the format. I think you were there. You were okay. You did see me. Okay, yeah. I figured there must be a mechanism where you can see people in the background and stuff. But I that was the first time I really saw a live broadcast, Tony. I like the setup. It's encouraging. It's just like as far as that goes, I just don't. I guess I've been doing it a number of years the way I do it, that I'm sort of stuck in the mud as far as doing what I'm doing and stuff. Let's see, our world, times, and history. Let's go ahead and go to that. Let's see. What do we have? We haven't done this in a while. Let's see. In 1918, the Great Poland Uprising against German rule began. So there we go. And then, let's see, back in 1932, Radio City Music Hall in New York City opened. Okay, and let's see. This is back in 1978. Spain became a democracy following 40 years of military dictatorship, with King Juan Carlos I ushering in a new constitution that established a social and democratic state that advocated as its highest value liberty, justice, equality, and political. In 1978, that's Spain, one of the oldest countries. They go through variations. Of course, this country, over 200 years of liberty, justice, and equality as far as that goes. In 2001, the United States normalized trade relations with China. I don't know if they're on shaky ground right now. And let's see. What else do we got? 192 years ago today, the naturalist and biologist Charles Darwin left Britain for the Pacific Ocean at age 22, where for 5 years he would travel around the world gathering data and would form the groundbreaking theory of evolution, which were published 28 years later in a book entitled On the Origins of Species. That's back in 1831. Let's see, what do we have? 54 years ago, Diana Ross and the Supremes. I love their music. Went to number 1 on the U.S. singles chart for the 12th and final time with Someday We'll Be Together. The female singing group was the most commercially successful of acts for Motown Records and are to date America's most successful vocal group. I remember seeing them on Ed Sullivan, the Ed Sullivan Show. I'm age dating myself there, folks. And we got commercials going. I see that. We got commercials going. the Supremes, they were the best. They were the best. Let's see, continuing. And if you're watching, we're at a commercial break right now for those folks. This is what they see on Twitch if they're not subscribed. So thank you for those that are watching the commercials. And you know, we do have some subscribers here. If you subscribe, you don't get to see that. But that's what Twitch does. As far as that's how they make their money and stuff like that. So you know, they throw a few pennies towards the broadcaster as far as that goes. And but if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much as far as that goes. And there's Tina DeRose 54, our Jersey girl. Good morning, Tina. Lift my coffee cup to you. Good morning. And thank you for being here. Let's see. On this day, as we continue, on December 27th, 1979, Soviet forces seized control of Afghanistan, and they overthrowed and replaced the government there. They overthrew and executed the one president, installed their own president, and they stayed there for 10 years. And they suffered for the 10 years. And then we went in there and we stayed there for 20 years. I mean, let's see, when Russia went in there, the Soviet Union, I should say, the Soviet Union went in, we backed the rebels that were fighting the Soviet Union. And then when we went in, the Taliban, we supported the Taliban. And then when we went in, the Taliban became our enemy and stuff. They didn't like us being in there, so. And that was on December 27th. Is that the only thing they got on this? Wow. Soviet forces seized it. And as a result, because it was December 27th, 1979, it was right towards the end of the 1970. The Summer Olympics were coming up in 1980 in Moscow. We boycotted the Olympics because of that. And it costed some people a third. Well, let's see. Frank Shorter, who won the Munich Marathon. He won the silver in Montreal. He would have won a gold. Him and Bill Rogers were the premier marathon runners back in the day. I did a lot of running back then. I kept tabs on what they were doing. So let's see. Just as a note, back on December 25th, 1776, General George Washington and his troops crossed the Delaware River for a surprise attack on the Hessian forces, that's the German forces at Trenton that fought for the British in Trenton, New Jersey during the American Revolutionary War. And there's an iconic picture. I don't know if he actually stood up like that. Who knows? You know, it looks, you know, hold forward. So there's our history right there. Let's see who we got here. Okay. So last night on Tony D's broadcast, Belt Kings Fantasy Football, we talked about football, and it was, I guess that's why I'm sort of like, I'm not in a fog or anything. I'm bewildered, I guess, because what you expected was going to be the outcome was not necessarily the outcome. You had the last Thursday starting off the Rams beating the Saints. That was expected. The next game, Cincinnati losing to the Steelers on Saturday. We all picked the Bengals. I thought the Bengals were going to win that one. And then the Bills, Saturday evening, almost lost to the Chargers. Chargers, they stepped it up a notch somehow after getting their butts handed to them the week before by the Commanders, I think. Or who racked up the point? I can't think of who. They lost by, they had like 60 points racked up on. And then the Jets beating the Commanders. That's unreal. And on Sunday, And let's see, is this? Yeah, it was the 16th this last. Okay, yeah. So the Jets won there. The Lions, they almost lost to the Vikings, but this weekend the Vikings get to play the. They lost to the Lions, so they're playing Green Bay. We did our picks last night on Tony D's broadcast. Myself, Ted, and Tony and Brian. Brian was in the comments, so gotta mention Brian. His Texas Rangers lost last week to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland, I don't know, it could be a spoiler. And then the Packers, they barely won against the Panthers. Panthers, they're the worst team in the NFL right now. Seahawks took on the Titans and won there. They beat the Titans at home. And then this was a surprise. The Falcons lost to the Colts. Buccaneers beat the Jaguars, no problem. And then this is where the silliness started. Dolphins beat the Cowboys by 2 points. I half expected that because I'm saying this and even the commentators, they get paid on the TV there, the sportscasters. Dallas does not play that well on the road, so that might be a problem for them in the playoffs. Then you had the Cardinals losing to the Bears, and then who would have thought? The Patriots, they were like the second worst team. They're starting to surge towards the end to at least come out a little bit positive at the end of the season. They're not going anywhere. They've been eliminated, but they beat the Broncos. And this was a big one. This was a big one. Not the biggest one, but it was a big one. The Raiders beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs had a meltdown. I mean, Coach Reed had to take Kelsey's the tight end there for the Chiefs, his helmet, to make sure he did, because he was sitting. He just no, you're all, And then the coach took control of that. He took control of that. So unlike the Raider, there was a player on the Raiders that after him and he was defending Kelsey there, they went at it. And I think the coach for the Raiders, who's new, he's a former, well, from what the guys were telling me last night, he's a former defense. He played for the Giants. I'm trying to remember who he is. I'm not good on names because there's so many names in the NFL with the players. But they showed a shot of the sideline of the player. They had the altercation and penalty. I guess the coach was saying something, and basically the player just blew off the coach. They kept the camera on the coach. The coach just sat back and went like this. He just, because he's in control. He's winning the game, so he didn't want to bring the camera. But I think he handled that well. He probably had some talking to that particular player, because that's one thing you don't want to show is disrespect to the coach, especially on game day on the sideline. The next game, it was expected that the Eagles beat the Giants. The Giants, I only watched the first half, but they ended up coming back. I didn't watch the beginning of the first half, but the last of it, I'm thinking, wait a minute, where's Tommy? I can't even think of his name right now. But they had a quarterback change, and they came back, but they didn't win it. They lost at 33-25. Here's the big one. Everybody, I think, was thinking San Francisco, they're the powerhouse. They clinched their division. And you could say they lost this game to Baltimore. It's not the fact that they lost, okay, because any given team can lose, okay? But the Ravens, they owned them 33-19. So the 49ers had all their first stringers. It's not like they were arresting people. So, so it's just wondering. Let's see, everybody's saying good morning. Tim saying good morning to Tina in the chat there. And so that's the one that really blew my mind. Well, there's two. The Chiefs are just like, it looks like they're going to be on the road during the playoffs, unless they can get their act together these last two games. This next week, well, last night we got our picks. Tim, you got to send me your picks. I'll send you the list today. I got Tim Fan 40, he takes part. I got the picks for me, Ted, Tony, and Brian right here. So I'll send you a list today. I got to do the charts. You did pretty good, I think, Tim, this week. It might boost you up a little bit in the overall standings and stuff from what I see. And but I'll send that later this morning when I get back from the walk and stuff. That's usually when I do the charts. This next week, week 17. What interesting game? Dolphins and Ravens. That's the game. Sunday at 1 o'clock. Sunday at 1 o'clock as far as that goes. That's going to be the game of the week as far as that goes. Let me see. Yes. I'm going to bring up this other page here as far as let's see, we want let's see, that's NFL, and we want the schedule. NFL schedule on ESPN is pretty good. That's where I get my listing from as far as them. Where's that game? Yeah, Miami is in Baltimore. Okay, you say, oh, Miami, they're a good team and all that. They're going into Baltimore. That would be like me going down to New York City to parts where I'm not supposed to be. Okay, it's just the reality of it, folks. I know that. I think I have a little street smarts to know that. But Miami is going into Baltimore. Miami's a tough team. They've got two wide receivers and a quarterback that can connect, and that's dangerous. But Baltimore, I think they owned San Francisco. So San Francisco was supposed to be probably still is, but one of the premier teams this year. They got beat by Baltimore. Baltimore's getting into that groove to where they're as far as winning the game. So that's going to be the game to watch. And the other one, Cincinnati at Kansas City. See if Cincinnati implodes to Cincinnati. But Cincinnati, I don't know. Their quarterback woes are like Miami in Baltimore at 1 o'clock, and that's the most. They have the ticket prices here that as low as whatever. They have the highest low ticket rate at $267 a ticket. I'd spend $267 if I had it to see them. It cost me more than that to get down to Baltimore, though. But there's our games there as far as that goes. I think I had the NBA here too, but because the NBA. Let's see, over Chris. I'm just looking at the Celtics. Let's see, the 25th, the Celtics. Okay, they beat the Lakers. They beat the Lakers in LA. 126-115. 76ers lost to the Heat. Bucks. The Knicks won on Christmas Day. Good for the Knicks. Good. Go Knicks, go. Nuggets beat the Warriors. Okay. And this is Christmas Day. And then yesterday, the Nets, they beat the Pistons. Oh, that's always good. And let's see what else happened yesterday. Anything? No. But the overall standings in the in the NBA, the Celtics are number one. Yay! I'm a Celtic fan. I still like the Knicks. I still like the Nets. I like the Knicks better than the Nets because the Nets, they came in from Jersey going into Brooklyn. Like being called the Brooklyn Nets are going to make them tougher. The Knicks are the team though, and the Celtics. I like them. I like them both. I've cozied up to Philly. I like Philly. Philly has some good players there, and I don't really care for the West Coast teams, I guess. Even though the Warriors there are a good team. Are they in the... Let's see, you got Celtics are number one, Bucks, 76ers, Magic, the Heat, the Knicks are number 6. Okay, Cavaliers, ooh, they're in the top 10. Pacers, Nets are number 9, and then the Bulls. This is the top 15. And then you got Hawks, Raptors, Hornets, Wizards, and Pistons. Oh, okay, that's the Eastern Conference. Okay, in the Western Conference, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Thunder, Clippers, Mavericks, Kings, Pelicans, Rockets, Lakers. Warriors are number 10. Lakers and Warriors. Oh, my God. Okay. And then you got the Sun, Jazz, Grizzlies, Trailblazers, and Spurs. So Timberwolves. Wow, Timberwolves are number one. And then the Nuggets. They're the returning champions and stuff. They won last year. Denver Nuggets. They played pretty good. They played. I was glad to see them win the championship last year. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and take a break and refresh my coffee, and I will be right back. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. There we go. We'll be right back. And I'm back. I'm just sitting down here. Let me get situated here. And let's see, bring myself. Hey, there's Ted Hicks. Ted Hicks is on. Let's see. How do I turn my mug shot on? Oh, I got to turn this off. There we go. Hey, good morning, Ted. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to me, Tina, Tony, Tim, and good morning to the missus from Ted Hicks. Good, and then the missus says good morning. Let's see, Ted is here. Oh, let's see. I haven't done the present thing, so let's send Ted Ted, are you available? I am going to send you an invitation. Let's see if Ted can come up. Let's see, guest stars 2. It shouldn't change. It shouldn't change me there. Let's see. I sent you an invitation, Ted. Let's see, when did that come in? Did it come in? There's no timestamp, so it could have been during the thing. Let's see if Ted. We tried bringing Ted up here last Friday, I believe, and it didn't work. But I think it's because I started guest stars streaming together a little bit. Let's see if Ted comes up. As far as that goes, we had him up, but we didn't have any audio. As far as that goes, so I'm just wondering if we still have the same audio because I rebooted the. And then again, I don't know. Well, I did reboot the browser or the router. I don't know if Ted wants to give it a try here. Because I do have a few news articles to bring up. As far as that goes to the local area. And Tina saying good morning to Ted. As far as that goes. Let's see, get my phone here. Oh, Ted might be busy. He said he was off today, but he might be busy doing some other stuff there as far as that goes. So, and Tina is making eggs with coffee. Good for you. I think I during the break here, I was in the kitchen getting the coffee. I was eyeing the English muffins that are on the counter. I think I'm gonna have a couple English muffins. Yesterday when we were at the Walmart, we were going through. I almost bought a jar of pineapple preserves. I love pineapple preserves. I remember back when we first, me and the missus we first got married to each other. I would have toast and no, you're all right.
I know.
Was that one I get? Yeah, the toast and pineapple.
Toast and pineapple jam.
Yeah, I love that. That's
Grandma always had pineapple jam.
yeah, that's right. Your grandmother used to have that all the time. So I'm probably leaning towards that as far as the English muffin with butter. We didn't buy the pineapple preserves. I used to eat a lot of jelly when I was a kid. I used to love peanut butter and jelly. Strawberry jelly was the best on peanut butter, as far as that goes. And we got an ad break that starts in 5 minutes here. How we doing on the broadcast? We doing pretty good? Yep, we're doing good. Doing good. Is Ted going to come up? Ted, are you going to come up? Are you busy? He might be busy doing stuff. He's probably listening to me in the background, which is good. It's just okay. You know, it's his prerogative and stuff like that. There's nothing urgent or anything like that. Let's see. Let me see if I can present this. Let's go ahead. Let me see if I can. Let's bring up the WBNG page. Let's see if that comes up. Hang on for a minute. I'm probably already out the door. And let's see. Okay, I don't think Ted's coming up, so he's busy. So we'll just remove that. So we'll go to the present. Let's see if that shows. Oh, that's right. I gotta move it to the broadcast. There we go. Let's see if that shows up. And guest stars present. Let's see, we gotta move over here so you can see me. Let's see how far, we don't need the commercials. We'll put that right there. This is from WBNG. We'll look at the particular, our particular, let's see, is that coming up? I believe it is. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to come up. Oh, you know what? We don't need the Fireman Rich in there. Let me get rid of that. You can get rid of that. Oh, let's see. We're going to go into that. We go into nameplates, and we shut off the nameplates. Turn the nameplates off. Okay, that's done. And let's see. We got it across the board. Yep. It's looking. How's that looking? Okay, we're set. This is WBNG. As far as that goes, it's a radio station I listen to quite often on daily. I actually listen to this radio station more than I watch TV now, but it has some interesting articles as far as on it. And let's see, there was one that was back a ways. Let's see, where is it? Load more. Oh, here we go. Do Wolverines exist in New York State? And Tina backing up, she says, oh, the muffins sound good? Okay, yeah, they do sound good. Let's see. Do Wolverines exist? This is from Don Morgan. He's a radio entity on, he used to be on the Whale, WAAL. It's a classic rock channel. But the Wolverine, do they exist in New York State? We're going to find out. When I hear the word Wolverine, for some crazy reason, I'm thinking of X-Men films series character, the same year, played by Hugh Jackman. My wife has a crush on him. Jackman, not the Wolverine character. I also think the Waverly Central High School District, that's here in Tioga County. They their mascot is a Wolverine. Of course, you have that commercial that I think it's State Farm commercial with a Michigan football player. He says he's going to try a mascot, and there's a Wolverine encased, and one of his co-guys. One of the guys get tangles with the Wolverine, but the Wolverine Central School District here in Tioga County is home of the Wolverines. They won their divisional state title in football, and where he's Don Morgan's DJ'd some of the school dances there for many years, and the mascot from the fictional high school in 1984 movie Red Dawn. Okay, yeah, that's right. Red Dawn had they were called the Wolverines. But the real question is, are any Wolverines roaming around here in New York State? According to the webpage, isp.page, Wolverines were once the largest native, what do they call them, mustafil, in the Adirondack and Catskill region of New York State. However, the population declined in the 19th century because of trapping, range reduction, and habitat fragmentation. The ISP page notes that Wolverines were hunted for their pelts. They were considered pests, and unfortunately, they meant there were no more Wolverines left to roam the forests in New York State. So the answer is no. Wolverines no longer exist in the Empire State. They're a nasty thing. You don't want to tangle with one of them. You do not want to tangle with one of them. So there's the Wolverine. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. What's this? Who else we got playing? Oh, that's me. Okay, that's me. Let's see, is this going to go back? Let's see. Go back to home. What's this one? 3 Southern Tier residents strike it rich in the lottery. Let's see what this is all about. Of course, the Powerball is up over 600 million. I saw that as we were going to Walmart. The Walmart is over down there in Sayre, Pennsylvania, which is right across the border. We either have that Walmart. There's a Walmart in Elmira, and there's one up in Vestal. The one in Sayre is closest to where we're at, and we went through into Pennsylvania, and to get to the Walmart, you go down the drag in Sayre. What's the name of that road?
Elmira Street?
Is that the one that goes past the Walmart? What's that drag? Is that Elmira Street?
Walmart is not Elmira Street.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's down in Elmira.
Are you talking about the 4-lane?
Yeah.
The 4-lane?
Yeah.
That's 220.
Oh, 220.
Yeah, and it goes.
But is that considered Sayre or is that Athens? It's the Sayre Athens area.
Yeah,
it's right across.
It goes into Athens.
Yeah, it's Sayre Athens, but there's a super Walmart there, and they have smoke shops. You buy cigarettes in the.
That's Elmira Street.
Oh, that's Elmira Street. Yeah. Well, the intersection there.
Yeah.
On 220. Yeah, Elmira Street goes into 220. But anyway,
No, it doesn't.
huh?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Elmira is 220. Well, anyway, it's in Athens. Sayre, Athens.
Never mind.
But they have a smoke shop, and they have the billboard there that says how many millions is the lotto and the Powerball, the Mega Millions and the Powerball, as far as that goes. So it was up over 600. So these guys, I don't think they won. Let's see. It's always exciting when local winners announce, and it seems that the Southern Tier has been quite fortunate recently with 3 big winners recently. In recent lottery drawings, with 2 winners in Broome County and 1 in Steuben. Oh, none in Tioga, so what do I care? According to WIVT, that's another radio. Is that a radio station or a TV station? They're a TV station. That's channel 34. Someone who purchased a Cash for Life lottery ticket in the little town of Maine, which is in Broome County, is guaranteed to receive at least $1 million. No further details. So they get $1 million. They'll probably get about 250 after taxes, maybe 300,000. No further details about that winner. In addition, there was a second prize winner of the Cash for Life tickets. Was bought at Jay's One Stop on Commercial Drive in Johnson City, Broome County, on Saturday, December 23rd. The ticket was worth $1,000 for life. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, it seems like they get a lot of winners. Guaranteed a minimum of $1 million if taken in the lump sum. I just stick with the $1,000 a week. That's pretty good. You probably get about.
What if you die tomorrow? Then you're.
Oh yeah, then it doesn't. You can't transfer that over to family.
No.
Oh, okay.
So, like at our age, it wouldn't be.
But if you took the $1 million lump sum, then
Of course, that's a lot of taxes.
the taxes. You'd have to look at the tax, how the taxes are as far as that goes, and such. So. Oh, what am I doing here? There we go.
If you're a young person, I'd take the $1,000 a week for life.
Yeah. But if I like at my, if I won that, I'd probably take the lump sum. Because that way, then I get control of it and stuff like that. It's just like how many thousand. You get $1 million and you walk away with what probably
Even
about
if you walk away with like
600,000 maybe.
Yeah, 500,000.
Yeah.
For a young person, that's not much money because hopefully they'll have a long life.
Well, if you invest it right. Let's see. What else do we got here on the page? Why we don't celebrate Boxer Day in that's Oneonta. We don't care about Oneonta. There's our illustrious governor.
If you're reduced to going over the news,
What's that?
If you're reduced to reading the news, don't you think it's time to?
No, this is a good news page though. That's why I'm presenting this because I do. The only I'm not. This is good content. I'm showing the capability, but this is this is a page I go to, so I want to share it with the folks that are out there. This is, and you know, they can check out what's going on in here. This if anything of all, we got WBNG, we got WEBO that's really weak, but WNBF, they're in tune. There's one broadcaster there, Bob Joseph. He's a hack. I don't like him. I don't really care for him. But it is a good news channel and stuff like that. So I do like to hear the CBS top of the hour news on this on the radio. And this webpage is a good news webpage, though I don't really care seeing the governor. I'm not too partial to our governor. Let's see, DC officers hunt for illegal road hunters in New York. And let's see, upstate New York lights displayed named most magical in upstate New York Christmas light display named most magical in U.S. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see, where's that at? What's that say? Land of Oz. I wonder if this is up in Oswego Park. Let's see. It's the most beautiful time of year, and an upstate drive-through Christmas light display has been named one of nation's best. Oh, and that's right here in the southern tier.
Oh.
I bet you it is. It is the park up there, Oswego Park. One of the favorite things to do around the holidays is pile the kids in the family cruiser, grab some hot cocoa, put on some music. Make sure you have those Christmas cookies too. They're always good with a cup of hot cocoa. And just drive around and look at the Christmas lights in decoration in the local neighborhood. It just gets all of us super into the spirit. Plus, it's great way for a 2-year-old to fall asleep if they're not memorized by. Oh, look at that setup. That's nice. I don't know if that's Oswego Park. That could be some.
It doesn't say.
No, it's getting there. I'm reading it.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the fun of doing this. I get to practice my reading here. The whole experience goes to another level when you visit a drive-through light display. We have some great ones in upstate New York, and one was recognized as the best in the United States. Upstate New York drive-through light display named best. Okay, what is it? The travel experts at Country Living have scored the nation to find 35 most magical Christmas lights display, and coming in number 8, it's lights on the lake up in Syracuse. Okay. Here's how Country Living had said about the stunning lights. Make your way to Onondaga Lake Park, where you'll find a dazzling 2-mile trickle light show that you can drive through. And they do this up in Oswego Park in Broome County. You know, you can drive through, and because you can drive through the village here, and there's not too many. We got a few lights in our windows, but they don't light them up because there's a lot of money involved in these lights and a lot of time putting them up. Let's see, Lights on the Lake is about a 2-hour, 15-minute drive from Albany area, based in Country Living's ranking, well worth the road trip. Admission is $10. Yeah, you got to pay to go see these lights. That's the other thing. The thing about up in Oswego Park, when was it? Last Friday, the Broome County Sheriff paid for the first 2 hours. Whoever came through in the first 2 hours of opening, they got in free. So I thought that was pretty good. So it was up there in Syracuse, but that gets you in the Christmas spirit when you see the Christmas lights there. Let's see, what else do we have on here? Do we want to see anything else? Let's see. There's our illustrious governor again. Don't really care for her. There she is. Oh, New York State to ban participation trophies. Did you hear about this one?
What's that?
New York State is going to pass legislation of they're going to ban any type of participation trophy. It's
It's a little over involved.
well, it's actually it's being done down in North Carolina, I guess. I read this yesterday. Yeah, there's a North Carolina bill that state senators have introduced in order to eliminate participation trophy awards. The argument is that by giving out these all-winner trophy, kids will learn that they don't have to give 100%, and I think we're seeing that.
Yep, we got a
Maybe
whole
that
generation
same
of-
attitude will spill over into the classroom when it comes to learning. So, and
I don't know if they have the right to ban them.
so New York State, I guess our illustrious governor, she's a copycatter on a lot of things. So, they don't mention anything about New York State, but if they have her picture, that they're considering it. I don't think it would pass here in New York State. North Carolina, I can see passing it.
Well,
If kids play recreational sports, should everyone get a trophy? It doesn't matter the age. Right now, there is a North Carolina bill that senators have introduced to eliminate the participation bill. But it doesn't say anything in here about New York, but they have that. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to egg on our governor here. She's a hack anyway. I don't really care for her. I disagree with her. She does things for the major metropolitan areas and stuff like that, like New York City, Albany, Syracuse. Nothing for the rural areas. New York has 3 of the snowiest cities in America. Well, we haven't seen any snow. Where's this at?
yeah, Buffalo, Syracuse, and Watertown. They always get snow.
Let's see. Now that winter has officially is here, what will the season bring to New York State? So far, where I'm at in the southern tier, we've seen some flurries, maybe a little bit on the ground, but it's always gone by lunchtime. The predictive forecast suggests that it will be a harsh and snowy winter. I say otherwise. The woolly bear caterpillar says differently. I think it's going to be a mild winter. But we'll see. Knock on wood. One thing we can count on is that the snow is coming. Yeah, we'll get some snow. We accept it, embrace it, and many people love getting tons of snow. I don't know about tons of snow. When it comes to the amount of snow we receive each year, New York ranks in the top 10 snowiest states, and there are 3 cities in particular in the top 10 snowiest cities. Before we get to the top 10 snowy cities, let's take a look at the Empire State rank versus the rest of the nation's snowiest cities. According to Wise Voter, New Hampshire is number 1. Yeah, and I've skied in New Hampshire. They get some good snow. An average is 174 inches of snow. Here's the top 10 states. Number 1 is New Hampshire. Number 2 is Maine. Number 3 is Vermont. Number 4 is Alaska. 5 is Wyoming. 6 is Michigan. And number 7 is New York with 61 inches. So where's Colorado? I mean, don't they get a lot of snow? Redfin reports that New York State has 3 of the snowiest cities in the country, including the number 1 spot. If you guess Buffalo, that's it. Lake Placid or maybe Old Forge would be the snowiest. You'll be surprised. Oh, they're not. Okay. Top snowiest cities in America. If you love skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, snowmobiling, and maybe even shoveling, you will love. Who loves shoveling snow? You'll love places like in the top 10 snowiest cities. For the ranking, Redfin looked at populations. This is at 75,000 in population or more, and had the highest average of snow. Let's dig in. Let's see. Number 10 is Portland, Maine. Okay. We're going from 10 to 1. Number 9 is Worcester, Massachusetts can get some snow. Let's see. Number 8 is Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay, that's out there near Tim Fan's neck of the woods. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Number 7 is Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, you figure Alaska. There's a lot of snow in Alaska. Let's see who's coming on right now. Ooh, I paid $16 on my Netflix. Ooh, I forgot to get a card. I got to get a card. Huh. Ooh. Okay, I got to get a card. I'm glad I had money in my Netflix account. We should have got a Netflix card. Let's see. Anchorage, Alaska. Number 6 is Flagstaff, Arizona. Really? They must be. Flagstaff must be in the mountainous area of Arizona. Let's see. Number 5th is Duluth, Minnesota. Okay, we're getting higher up on the thing on the list. Okay, number 4, Buffalo comes in number 4 with 95 inches of snow each year. How much does Duluth get? 90 inches. So 4 more inches for Buffalo. Buffalo gets, they get a lot of snow. Let's see, number 3, Rochester, New York. Okay, that's right. That's along the lake there. They get 102 inches. And number 2, Erie, Pennsylvania. Yep, they get 104. All 3 of those are along the Great Lakes. And number 1 is Syracuse, New York. Come on, are you serious? Syracuse is number 1. It gets 127 inches of snow. It's probably northern Syracuse because the New York Thruway goes right through Syracuse, and if you're on the southern side, you don't really get that much snow. If you go across that on the northern side, there's a lot of snow. So there we have it. The top the top 10 snowiest cities in America. Okay, let's stop sharing that. And I don't think there's anything else on this page that I want to present. Let's see. Let's just make sure. How's everybody doing? So I'm good till January for iTunes, but Netflix, I was good till November, so they took out for December. So I gotta check my Netflix. They raised the prices, so yeah, there's a couple other ones, but that's it for them. Let's see. Let's go to Fox 40. There's an article over on Fox 40 that I want to show. No, we don't need that. We don't need that one. Let's go to present. Fox 40, share. And nope, we don't need that one. We need this one here. And push it to the broadcast. Tony says, real Ted Hicks. Yeah, Ted's here. He's busy doing something, Tony. He just said hi, and then he's in the background. Glad to have you here, Tony. Let's push it. And let's see, we got it. Go ahead and bring it over. There we go. We got Fox 40. Let's bring Fox. This is Fox 40. It's another the local Fox channel here, and they're located over in Vestal. And Festival Lights introduced new trolley ride. Let's check this out. Oh, let's go ahead and get this situated here. Let's move that right there. Let's see how that looks. Does that look better? Okay. Let's see what the trolley ride says. Let's see if I get to turn up the volume.
The Broome County Festival of Lights is offering a new attraction to its guests in the coming days. Starting tonight, guests can ride a trolley through the park to view the light show. The trolley rides run from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. and are included with the price of admission with no additional cost. The rides will be available from Tuesday to Thursday this week. For those interested in riding the trolley, Festival of Lights staff recommend parking in the west parking lot and lining up near the white tent.
We thought with school off this week, kids probably looking for some things to do. We thought it'd be great for families to come up, hop on the trolley and go around. So we're looking forward to a great night tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. And we hope people come up and support it, come up and enjoy the trolley.
The Festival of Lights will have a New Year's Eve fireworks show on Friday at 7 o'clock p.m.
So there we have it. That's at Ozenagle Park, the Broome County Festival of Lights. They got a trolley. It started yesterday, and continuing till tomorrow. Well, that's today, Wednesday, and the Festival of Lights. They're open 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. all 3 nights, but the trolley rides will only be 6 p.m. to 9, and so that's what's happening there. Let's go back. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's go. This is last week. This is December 22nd for the 100 years ago today. So let's go ahead and listen to this one.
And tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. Delivering that for us now is Broome County historian and president of the Preservation Association of the Southern Tier, Roger Luther, and is all brought to you by Ziflaw.
100 years ago today, more than 3,300 boys and girls from all parts of this city, representing nearly every race, religion, and color, were guests at the annual Christmas party held at the Binghamton Theater on Washington Street this morning. Johnson City, 1,100 children between the ages of 3 and 5 had a great time at the annual community Christmas party in the Goodwill Theater last night. George F. Johnson visited the Broome County Farm, the tuberculosis hospital, the county jail this morning, gave all the residents, patients, prisoners, and employees each a $10 bill for Christmas. George W. Johnson of Endicott is sending each resident of the Broome County Farm a new pair of shoes for Christmas. And finally, Santa Claus arrived at Fowler's store yesterday, made hundreds of children in this city happy. And that was Christmas in Binghamton 100 years ago.
Okay, I think I played this Friday as far as 100 years ago. That's a pretty good segment. They don't play it every day. So let's see, what else do we got here in the local news? Anything? And no, just crime. Good story. And so there we have it. That's and let's see. I'm going to check one other site here. Let me check. Let's check WEBO. I'll show you the other page that I go to as far as that goes. It's my hometown. No, they got the same stuff up there. Oh, well. Okay, but let me go ahead and present this one. This is the other page that I go on, and you can actually listen to the music here as far as on this page. Let's see, present. It gives you an idea. This is Tioga County's radio station right here. And we present it. Oop, go back here, yes. And we're going to push it. We pushed it. And there we have WEBOs. Let's see, bring this over a little bit more. Scale it back. There we go. Yeah, that's the WEBO channel. big story there. This has been up there for like the last week. Community service, and you got the high school football there. You got and let's see, biggest news, they had a Waverly High School student that passed away here in the middle of December. This was the big fire that happened here in Tioga County at Tioga Downs. This was a sad story. It's a horse barn in Nichols. The Tioga County District Attorney Office has announced this individual, Boyd H. Fenton, was arraigned on 105 counts indictment in connection with the deadly fire at Tioga Downs. It killed a whole lot of horses, as far as that goes. It's a sad thing. So he's going to jail for a very long time. That's a sad news and stuff. But my hometown news, it doesn't, these are the radio stations that are associated with. WEBO is a channel I listen to, and the Choice 102, as far as, they have, along with WNBF, they have good top of the hour news, as far as I think, WNBF is ABC, WEBO is CBS, and I think the Choice is Choice 102. That's out of Waverly. Or no, that's out of Athens, or Sayre. That's CBS also, as far as that goes. So, so there we have that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and squash that. Let's go ahead. Let's see what's happening. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to all. Yeah, good morning there, Bill Byan he's down there in Tennessee. And Ed Waters, I love the concept of podcast that I just recorded. Let's see. Let me present this, my Twitter feed. Let's see. Let's bring up our Twitter feed. I know Michael Bathurst does this as far as let's see. Let's go ahead and present our Twitter feed. Present it, and let's move it over. And here's our Twitter feed. Let's see, on the Twitter page, we just favored Mike Banyan, and then we have Ed Waters there, and then MB number 17. If you're watching this, here's a good one. Don't you see how much you have to offer, and yet you still settle for less? Marcus, whatever. There's a good saying. And let's see at the top. Let's see who we got. Oh, we got Tim Brown. Tim Brown. Good morning, Tim Brown. An hour ago. He's an individual that he's been on Belt Kings Fantasy Football, and he says no one and nothing can keep you in bondage unless you agree that you deserve it. Freedom begins in the mind. Yes, it does. Believe in yourself and refuse to settle. Decide. So good morning, Tim. Hey, and there's Hazin. He's over there in Kuala Lumpur. That's why he's a good friend from HAPS, sharing the end of year reviews. And then there's Jennifer Navarrete. She's the proprietor and she started Na Pod Pomo 16 years ago. She does a lot of podcasts. And what does she say? Reminder, you are an adult. You don't need permission anymore. Okay. And then there's the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen currently leads the NFL in total touchdowns. Congratulations, Josh Allen. Great quarterback. Let's see how that looks. Man, this is just as good as Michael's presenting. Give Michael a little competition here. Okay, we X out of that. And there's Ed, and let's see, can't wait for the day till we can talk to Gronk. What is this Gronk? Gronk, that's a Twitter AI. I follow X News. This used to be Twitter News Daily. Let's check out their site. That's on the subscriptions. They've been talking a lot about artificial. Oh, there's a subscribe button. That's what you have to do. You subscribe to them, and then you get additional information, I guess. We're not going to subscribe to them. It costs money. And then we got a Fire. We got Soul Cruiser. Soul Cruiser's a good guy. He's over in the UK. What does Soul Cruiser have to say? Like the Beavis and Butthead episode in which two watching TV watch the cops break in the door and bust them live, but they are too glued to the tube to realize that it is themselves that are being busted. Well, it sounds like the missus is doing the vacuum, so that's my cue that I need to get out of here. All right, folks. Let's see, how long we've been on here? Let's see. Hour and 43 minutes. I'm going to go an hour. By the time the music ends, we're at an hour and 45. That's good. We're under 2 hours, folks, okay, for those people. The missus is getting started. Let's see, is this... Let's restart this. What happened here? It idled out. Yeah, the missus didn't do any cleaning Monday because it was Christmas, so she's playing catch up right now. So we're gonna go ahead and end the broadcast here. Under 2 hours, folks. So I don't do those 2 hour. I think the last couple ones I've not done 2 hours. So let's see. There we go. We're back on the big screen. So we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here, folks, and get our day started and see what the day brings. We're on Wednesday, middle of the week, and Tina says thank you. Ciao to you, Tina. Thank you for being here. And she says bye all. Thank you for being here, Tina. Glad that you made the show, the broadcast here. And let's see, want to say thank you to Tony D for being in. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tim Fan. Congratulations, Tim. Tim, for those people that are watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, Tim Fan, he's been a consistent viewer and person in the chat, a good friend here to all of us here on Twitch. And we say congratulations to you and the new spouse. And there's Captain Rehab. Hey, we're just ending the broadcast, Captain Rehab. Glad to see you popping in. And again, thank you, Tim, for being here. Thank you, Tina, for being here also, our Jersey girl. Thank you, Real Ted Hicks. He popped in to say good morning. Always good to see you. And Thammer, good morning. I just saw you, Thammer. Thank you for being here, Thammer. And Bernie was here? No way. Oh, there he is. He blended in. Hey, good evening from Melbourne, Australia. Bernie, hey, how you doing? There's our good friend Bernie from down under. You blended in. Your name blended in with Tina and Tony's there. And we had Thammer coming in from Saudi, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you for being here. Bernie Dole, yep. And Tina says, hi, bye, Rehab. Yeah, hi and bye to Captain Rehab. He's a good guy. Auntie Tina, he says. All right, folks, thank you all in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. This is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on, and there's Thammer, too. Thank you, Thammer. Sorry I missed you. I just got too busy with the present on the news thing. But I'm Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on Twitch, at Fireman Rich over there on X/Twitter. True Social, Blue Skies, and Instagram Threads. I'm also over there on Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. But if I post on one, it's the same across the board. So you can find me over there and what I'm doing during the course of the day or whatever. And for the people that are watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. All right, folks, you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.